Hello all, welcome to the next video of Python language. This is the continuation of module 3 Python language basics. Today we'll learn about the basic operators, types of operator, Python arithmetic operators, comparison operators, assignment operators, logical operators, membership operators, and identity operators. Operators are the constructs which can manipulate the value of operands. Consider the expression 4 plus 5 equal to 9. Here 4 and 5 are called the operands and plus is called the operator. Python arithmetic operators. Arithmetic operators perform the common mathematical operation in the numeric operands. The arithmetic operators return the type of result depends on the type of operands as below. If either operand is a complex number, the result is converted to complex. If either operand is a floating point number, the result is converted to floating point. If both operands are integers, then the result is an integer and no conversion is needed. Here you see the list of arithmetic operators. We will not show examples for this separately. When we run different codes, anyway, we'll use these arithmetic operators. One important note here, if you see operation, operator, function, what are these functions? You will know later point of time what is function, but remember or note these functions where you can use this as a function to add or to perform arithmetic operations on different operators. Addition, subtraction, multiplication, then exponentiation. Division is fine. Floor division, this is a bit different. Floor division is the division of operands where the result is the quotient in which the digits after the decimal point are removed. So if you see the example, 9 by 2 equal to 4, right? 9 by 2 we should get 4.5, but as it's a floor division we'll get only 4, 8. Similarly, if we divide minus 11 by 3, how many we can get? Yes, minus 4. Modulus, modular is a reminder of a slash b. So if you are dividing suppose 10 by 3, then the modulus in return you'll get 1. Assignment operators. Uh, First is equal to, then is plus equal to. So you will see that we'll use these assignment operators very regularly. So C equal to C plus A and C plus A, C plus equal to A is equivalent. Then C minus equal to A is equivalent to C equal to C minus A. C star equal to A is equivalent to C equal to C star A. So instead of using it with 3 operators, we can use it with 2 operators. There are some more assignment operators: divide and, modulus and, exponent and, rotation and. Comparison operators. If the value of two operands are equal, then the condition becomes true. So if we say a equal to 5 and b equal to 6, then you can give a condition a equal to b. So it is asking, is a is equal to b? If a equal to 5 and b is equal to 6, that means it's not true. So the result or the output of the comparison operators are always true or false. Then not equal to, then next you see greater than, less than, greater than equal to, less than equal to. These operators are very important when we use loops. Logical operators. This we have to all know, and, or, and not. Membership operators important. In and not in. This you may have not seen in other languages. So what is in? Evaluates to true if it finds a variable in the specified sequence and false otherwise. Mhm. We'll try this in code. Evaluates to true if it does not find a variable in specified sequence and false otherwise. It is not in. Let's try to code this. Okay. I'm taking a variable a equal to 10, another variable b equal to 20. Okay. Now, about studied list, let's create a list. Comma 2, comma 3, comma 4. How do I show this? Let me create one if else. If some of you don't know if else, don't worry. In just next section, in a few minutes, we'll enter into if and else. So if a in list is the use of a in print line 1 a is available in list. Now let me try if e not in list. So now you see the value of a is 10. List is 1 to 5. So it is checking a in list. Is a is a part of this list? No. That's why it is not printing it. Now let me change the value of a to 3. So now a is in list. That's why line 1 a is available in list. Now not in. B equal to 20, right? So B is not in list. What it is written? True. So this will print this line. If I change this to 2, now if B not in list, but B is in list, inside B is there, 2 is there. So it will give false. So this line will not print. I hope you got this. The next. Identity operators. So before going to identity operator, we learn one thing. Each object in Python has an ID. It's an object's address in memory represented by an integer value. The ID function returns the ID of the specified object where it is stored, as shown below. If x equal to 10, then ID of x, it will give you the value of the memory. Let's try this. A equal to 3, ID of a. A. So ID of A is this value. Is the location of the memory that has been allocated for A. An ID will be changed if a variable changed to a different value. Let's try that. So A equal to 3 equal to ID of A. Now the value of A is this. Let's change this. 4 is 184. Okay, let me save this value. Let me make it 10. So you'll see the difference. 5376 ending with multiple variables assigned to the same literal value will have the same ID. See the example? A equal to 10, C equal to 10. ID of A is this. No, both is have same value, so they has been assigned to same location. That means if there are multiple variables who are having same value, only one memory location will be assigned to that. Thus, Python optimize memory usage by not creating separate objects if they point to same value. Okay. Now let me show you one more thing. What if this is not integer? This is a string. See, the bytes will change, it will increase, but it will also show the memory, the location. So identity operators. There are two identity operators, is and is not. What is evaluates to true if the variables on either side of the operator point to the same object, and false otherwise. If and what is not evaluate to false if the variables on either side of the operator point to the same object, and true otherwise. Let's try this. Let's delete all this. A equal to 20, then B equal to, let's take same value. Let's print the values of A and B for understanding. Okay. Now, this command, but triangle is operator. A and B is same. A equal to B. and B is not same. Yes. A equal to 20, B equal to 20, so A and B is same. Now let's move it. Right? A equal to 20, B is 45, A and B is not same. Now let's try. It's not. This is, as I am using is. Okay. Now A and B are not same. So A is not B. This will return 2 and this will print this. So I have to change this. Now the statements are opposite. Indentation, I have to make it perfect. Now I'll make it 20 again. A is 20, B is 20. It is asking A is not equal to B. True? No, false. So it is printing A and B are same. I put 5 again. A and B are not same. Okay. Now let me show you another interesting thing here with ID. How I can do this? Take two variables x equal to ID of A, equal to ID of B. Now ID of A and B are this and this. This is different 496 and 696 because they're two different values. So this now they both are same. Okay. Moving to next. So basic operators are done. We'll move to the next section today. Python decision making. In this section, we will learn if statement, if elif else statement, nested if statement, and single statements tools. So decision making is the anticipation of conditions occurring during the execution of a program and specified actions taken according to the conditions. Decision structures evaluate multiple expressions which produce true or false as the outcome. You need to determine which action to take and which statements to execute if the outcome is true or false otherwise. Following is the general form of a typical decision-making structure found in the most programming languages. Look at this image. So you are entering to the flow, you are checking a condition. Whatever is the condition, you are checking it. If the condition is true, then you are going, yes, condition true. And whatever the conditional code is there or statement is there, you will run it. Then it will go to end. What if the condition is false? It will not run the conditional code. and it will exit. That's the flow diagram of a basic if. Python programming language assumes any non-zero and non-null value as true and any zero and null values as false values. Python programming language provides the following types of decision-making statements. If statements. An if statement consists of a Boolean expression followed by one or more statements. If-else statements. An if statement can be followed by an optional else statement which executes when the Boolean expression is false. And nested if statements. You can use one if and else if inside another if and else if statement. We'll check this in detail. Okay. Python if statement. The if statement is similar to that of other languages. The if statement contains a logical expression using which the data is compared. Syntax. If expression. Statement. Decision is made based on the result of the comparison. If the Boolean expression evaluates to true, then the block of statements inside the if statement is executed. In Python, statements in a block are uniformly indented after the colon symbol. If Boolean expression evaluates to false, then the first set of code after the end block is executed. Let's try this. We'll run a basic else code. Suppose take something as price equal to 50. Price is a variable. Price less than 100 colon basic if price equal to 50, if price is less than 50, print this. The price is less than 100. Now let's make it a bit more complicated. Multiple statements in the if block. Uh, Price equal to 50. Let's take quantity equal to 5. Okay. So if price into quantity, so it will give you the amount. Price into quantity less than quantity equal to 5. It's 250, make it 500. If price into quantity less than 5, then price into quantity is less than 100. Let's print the price and quantity also. Let's equal to price. Print quantity equal to that is quantity. Let's run this. So price into is less than 100. This will be 500. Price equal to 50, quantity equal to 5. So price into quantity is 250 is less than 500. Condition is true. It is entering the block. Price into quantity is less than 500, price equal to 50, quantity equal to 5. One important thing to notice is the indentation. All the three are in same line. There should not be like this. That means it is coming out of the if block. Okay. Now, what else you can check? Let's try this. Let me show you how to end a if and why it will end. Print here and so this is the end of if. This is now what will happen if I put this as exactly. It is not going inside at all if it is going outside and it is going starting the if price into quantity is less than 500. Notice not less than equal to less than 500. 15 to 10 is 500. It is not less than 500. It's not entering at all into the statement. It is going to print and printing end out of the block. Okay. Now we'll remove this. We'll go back to multiple if statement. Okay. Quantity I don't need. Price equal to 50 if less than 500. Price equal to price. I can print this outside. Now, what if price equal to? So I'll give another if equal to 500 and just copy this. I don't want to type. And copy this block one more time. Five hundred. Now price is 50. If price less than 500, yes, true. This will print this equal to 500. No, this will not get printed. This will not get printed. What we are getting? Price equal to 50. Price is less than 500, and now I make it 500. First if it's checking false. Second if is true. Third if is false. So price is equal to 500. I make it another value 5002. First if false not entering, second if false not entering, third if price greater than 500, true, price is greater than 500. Okay, understand? Like this way you can use multiple ifs, but interesting thing, we don't use like this. We use if else. That will show right. So what is if else? An else statement can be combined with an if statement. An else statement contains a block of code that executes if the conditional expression in the if statement results to 0 or a false value. The else statement is an optional statement and there could be at the most only one else statement following if. So we'll see the same example. I will remove this. Instead of if, you can use else. So inverted syntax. Okay. Indentation errors. Just taking some indentation error. Because I don't need to give a condition in. Okay. So now price is 5,002. If price less than 500, print price is less than 500, but it is false. It is not entering this block of code. Else, is it suggesting? Yes, price is greater than 500. Interesting thing. Now, if I make it equal to also, so it is not entering the if block. So whatever is not entering the if block is going to the else block. It is actually wrong because now 500 is not greater than 500, but that's how we put the logic. Now, if elif else, the elif statement allows you to check multiple expressions for true and execute a block of code as soon as one of the condition evaluates to true. Similar to else, the elif statement is optional. However, unlike else, for which there can be at the most one statement, there can be an arbitrary number of elif statements following an if. Now we'll try this with elif, and this will be our perfect scenario. So in previously you saw, because this logic or this condition can have three values, we tried to put it with if and else because it was logically wrong. Now we have three values. So now price equal to 500 is going to elif, price equal to 500, and it is printing that. Like this, you can have multiple elifs into the code. Okay. Next, nested if statements. There may be a situation when you want to check for another condition after a condition resolves to true. In such a situation, you can use the nested if construct. In a nested if construct, you can have if elif else construct inside another if. Syntax: if expression one statements, and it's important. You see, inside this indentation, there is another if expression. Then a statement, elif statement, else statement. Coming to this out of this block, this elif is part of this if. Elif expression statement, else statement. Let's try this. Let me think about the logic. How can I do this? Price less than 500. Inside this, I put another if. 400, and I'm using and command. Three hundred. With this, I don't want to type in. Take price 400, 300 you have given, 300, 200 you have given. Else print else. Right? And it's coming out of this block and it's coming to this elif and this else. So price is 500. Now it will not enter this. So let me try 400. Price is less than 500. If price is less than 400 to 300, no. Price is less than 300 to 200, no. Print last else. Let me make it 350. Price is 350. Price is less than 500. Price is between 300 to 400. And end. Then right now this is not going to this, not going to this. It is entering this and then printing this. And if I make it 500, it does not at all go into this section. It just go into this section. Okay. Thank you. So this ends Python decision making.